Okay, I've started this video 100 times. I'm sorry about the lighting. It's 9 o'clock at night. If I don't do this video tonight, I will never do it. I've been procrastinating for freaking ever on this video. The idea is that every payday I get together with you guys and I make a lighthearted video about like all of the stuff that I've been spending my money on and what my budget is for the following week, 2 weeks. I get paid on a 2-week schedule. And it was gonna be like a nice lighthearted video. And then I've cried through every single take. I had to walk away from making this video. So let's make this the take that I don't cry through. The first thing that you should know is that I am in a ton of financial trouble. I have been living in my credit since January of this year, essentially. Maybe let's be generous and say I've been living in my credit since February of this year. It is now October and my credit is almost gone. And by credit almost gone, I mean my credit limit has reached its ceiling, not that I am debt free. I really need another job to stay afloat. And I don't know, I think I've just been hoping for money to fall from the sky or something. I was up for a raise, I got a raise. That raise was only like $100 a month, maybe $150 a month. And that's not even close. Like I can't pay for shit. So I'm dying. So let's backtrack. I think if you have been on this channel before, when I was doing my previous debt series, you knew that I was already kind of up shit creek without a paddle, but at least I had some hope. I was paying down some of my debt. Like when I was on it, it worked because I was living in a dual income home and I was only paying like $860 a month in rent. Now I am fuckity fucked. So what happened is in July of 2022, my then partner and I bought this house that I'm living in. We were living here as renters, and then my landlord said he was going to sell the place. And rather than just roll the dice and take our chances with whoever the new landlord was, I mean, we'd already discussed buying this place. I didn't want to buy this place, full disclosure. But at the time I felt like I was between a rock and a hard place, and it was either buy this place or move out and rent somewhere where I would be paying more in rent than I would in a mortgage payment. So we decided to buy this place. It was a duplex. It is a duplex. We had a tenant next door who paid very little rent, and we didn't want to raise it on him. So, but it was enough that he was paying the bills on that side of the house. He gave us enough rent to cover our insurance. Like, you know, it was tight, but it wasn't horrible. I mean, it was horrible, but not horrible. And then what happened is when we first bought the place, we had a variable rate mortgage because in my understanding was when you have a variable rate mortgage, your mortgage payments stay the same for however long. And then if money accrued that, you know, like maybe your interest rate went up, it just put money at the end of your mortgage. Like you don't have to worry about that money for another 30 years. Well, that's not how it works. I don't know if you knew this. I didn't know this. At the end of your 5-year term, you have to pay the difference, whatever money that came above and beyond, because you can't extend past your 25-year term. So like, say I put an extra 5 years on my mortgage. No, I have to be within my 25-year term. And in the first few months of owning this place, we lost something like $20,000. Like immediately we lost money before we locked it in. Now we're in a locked in mortgage. So in order to pay that back, and we had family members to pay back, we put a little bit of money on my MasterCard. So in order to pay all of that back, the bank let us take out a loan on our mortgage. So now our mortgage payments are astronomical. Like we're paying $3,000 a month for my mortgage. And if we get out of our mortgage, we have to pay that loan off immediately. and it was like a $20,000 loan. Now, then in January of 2023, Chase and I broke up and we stopped charging rent to our tenant for 3 months, and we didn't ask him to pay for any of his bills for 3 months because we booted him out of his apartment. And you know, we gave him 3 months notice, and we were really nice about it because we felt freaking terrible about it. And so since February of last year, February, March, April, May, maybe since March, we have been paying for all of the bills for this entire house, all of the mortgage, all of the bills for both units. The problem is, I know that I need a second job or one that pays more. But I have a really flexible job right now that I love, with a team that I love. And it's not bad money. Like, I make decent money for my area especially. And like, my job already stresses me out. I already work a lot of extra hours at my day job. And then to spend less time with my children when I already don't see them for a week at a time seems ludicrous to me. And so I've just been sort of like sitting around and hoping it gets better. And like, I asked my boss for a raise, which I did get. I got a raise. It's just not enough to make ends meet. And now I am just freaking out. It's all I think about is money. And I don't know. And I was never great with money to begin with. Let's be real. That's why I'm in this situation. Like, I'm 42 years old and I have fuck all to my name. I have a house I can't afford. I've got like $25,000 in debt, half of which is credit card debt. I am so screwed. Now with this house, I know I can't afford it. I don't know what we could sell it at. Like, if we sell, I think I'm selling at a loss. On top of that, if I move out, there's not a lot of rental places in my area. And the rental places that are available are as much or much more than my mortgage for less. I live in a 3-bedroom house with a gigantic backyard. And if I were to move, I would be looking at like a 1-bedroom basement apartment, you know, that I would be sharing with my 2 children. Like, it looks like I might have to stay. Now, my parents will let me move in with them. Who wants to move in with their parents at 42? Whew. I'm gonna start to cry again. And I've talked to Chase, like, I don't know. We've talked about selling. I don't know if that's the right decision to make. I guess we'll have to see how much I could sell this place for. Because the difference between selling this place and renting somewhere else is that if something goes wrong in my house, which was built in 1888, and the front porch is friggin' rotting to death, like, there are things that need to be fixed. And when I bought this place, I didn't want to buy this place, but when we bought it, the deal was that we would fix it up. And now I'm kind of like living here. I don't have the money to fix anything. My dishwasher is gone. Like, I cannot afford to have a handyman come in and look at my dishwasher, let alone, you know, if my furnace were to go or if we needed to replace the roof or something. Like, there's just no money for anything. So if I rented, at least that would be my landlord's responsibility. Another thing that I don't like about living in this house is, like, he's seeing someone. And, I mean, full disclosure, I friggin' lost it. When she spent the night, I lost it. And so, like, this is not really a healthy situation, I don't think, although I'm starting to feel differently about it. I don't know. But maybe, like, you know, Chase has a friend or his girlfriend or someone who could take over my mortgage for me, and then they can, like, live happily ever after here, and I would just move in with my parents. I just have no, like, why did I buy this place? I just feel like every option I have sucks, but every option requires me to get a second job. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna, like, look for places in town, like the grocery store, like the gas station, like Tim Hortons. Like, I don't know. I think I just have to look at it like I've got a year, you know? Like, if I just work super hard for a year. Like, sorry kids, you're gonna have an absentee mother for a year. And then I'll just like pay down my debt as quickly as I can. And then maybe I can like drop my hours or something. Like, I think I'm always gonna need 2 jobs to stay afloat. And I know that this is typical for most single moms. Like, this is like, I'm like, oh, boo-hoo, I have to get another job. But it sucks for everybody. So there's that. So the point of this series is looking at my finances every 2 weeks, taking that time to sit down and actually like budget out my money and figure out what I'm doing and maximizing where I'm putting all of my money for my debt. It really sucks, dude. It really, really sucks. Anyway, okay, so let's look on this really cheery note. Let's get into like what this series is supposed to be about, and let's talk about all of my stuff. Let's just start and we'll talk about my budget for the next 2 weeks. Actually, it's the next week now because a week has already gone by. I've really been procrastinating on this video. So let's talk about my income. On October the 6th, I got paid $1,817. And then I had an extra $9.80 left in my account on payday. So that brings me to a total of $18,000. Oh, wouldn't that be nice? $1,827.17 is what I'm working with. Immediately, as soon as I get paid, the mortgage payment comes out of Chase's account. So every payday, as soon as I get paid, I just immediately send Chase $750. There you go. Our mortgage is bi-weekly. It comes out every 2 weeks. That's what bi-weekly means. Oh, I should mention that Chase and I split all of our bills. So I have a hydro, that means electricity. I have a hydro bill. He has a hydro bill. I have a utility bill. That's water and stuff. He has a utility bill. I have a gas heat bill. He has a gas heat bill. Because the girls live in both sides for half the time, we just split everything down the center. So our house and car insurance was $274.09. Like, that's not the total, that's my half is $274.09. My half of the heat bill is $31.94. That was the heat from my side. I haven't heard from Chase about what the gas bill is on his. Our internet bill every month stays about the same. For my half, that is $66.08. And then we have like a bunch of like Amazon, Crave, Prime, stuff like that. And we pay a lot for that stuff. And the reason we pay a lot for that stuff is because we share it with Chase's parents. I mean, they get it for free from us. But they have like a lot of extra channels and stuff that they subscribe to, and we don't want to take that away from them. That situation's complicated, but essentially we pay a lot in internet TV bills. Luckily from this paycheck, I just had an Amazon channel bill of $10.73. And then I need to cancel this. I forget to cancel it every friggin' month, and that's why I pay for it every month. And I have a Canva subscription that I'm just gonna cancel it. It's $16.99. Let's talk about variable expenses. For my groceries, I'm gonna spend about $700 a month. It's $350 a paycheck. Now that $350 isn't just groceries. It's shampoo, it's toilet paper, it's laundry detergent. It's like anything that I could buy at a grocery store that I need to eat or run the house comes out of that budget. Gas, like for my car, that will be $50 a paycheck. So far I've already spent $41.89 of that. My daughter bowls every week. She's in the league, and that costs money. So that's like $15.50. Thankfully, I have like great benefits at work, and it covers like, I don't know, 80% of my therapy or something. So I've budgeted about $40 for my therapy bill. I couldn't afford to put any money towards my line of credit this paycheck. My credit card got a measly $100 on it. I will likely have to use that over this pay period. So like essentially I've paid nothing down on my debt. I have to look up and see what my actual debt is. It's like $25,000. So that's that. And I'm dreading next paycheck because I'm seeing that like Chase's Hydro hasn't come out. Hydro is always expensive. Chase's Heat, our utility bill hasn't come out. My phone bill hasn't come out. Like, fuck. Anyway, it's gonna be worse. On the bright side, my next paycheck will be reflective of my new pay rate. So that'll be like an extra, I don't know how much it's gonna be. We'll say an extra $75 just to be conservative. We'll see. Anyway, yeah. Join me for my debt journey. I'm gonna start looking for jobs, like bombing people with resumes. I'm really dreading it. I hate everything about it. I did go on one job interview recently at the library, but they never called me back. So I don't know. As I was recording this video, my dad also sent me like a job for remote data entry, which is like right up my alley. Like it would be nice if I didn't have to get like, you know, a gas station job, and if I could find something like you know, virtual assistant or data entry or something to do in the evenings. If you guys know of any remote jobs like that, like I'm a proposal manager by trade. Can I say that? By trade, I'm a proposal. Anyway, and I've been doing that for 15 years. So if you guys know of any like part-time stuff I could do in the evenings remotely, please, God, help a girl out. Put it down below. I'm very good at it. I mean, not to toot my own horn, but toot toot, please hire me. I'll see you in a week when I get another paycheck and we'll go through it again. Ooh, bye.